Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to mathematics, and we are doing A-levels paper Pure Maths 1, paper code 9709, variant 13, May June 2025. Question number 8. The diagram shows a square ABCD where each side has length 12 centimeter. Points E, F lie on the sides BC and CD respectively, such that BE, this length, is 1 by 3 of BC. So we can also rewrite this. This much is 1 by 3 of BC, and DF is 1 by 3 of DC. The arc EF is a part of a circle with center A. This is your arc with the center A. The shaded region is bounded by arc EF and the line segments EC and FC. So they are referring to this part. Now they are asking in part A to tell the angle EAF. This is your angle EAF to be 0.9273 radians, correct to 4 significant figures. Okay, so what do we need to find is actually this angle. Let's call this angle to be theta. How can you find this angle? You don't know anything about arc length, so you can use r theta, or you don't know here about area of the sector from which you can find r or theta. So the only thing they have given us are the sides of the square. So what we can do is we can use these lengths to find out the angles. Okay, so first of all, the information that is given to us, let's break that. If it is 1 by 3 BC, what is this whole BC? 12. So what will be 1 by 3 BC? It will be 1 by 3 of 12. And that will be 4 centimeter. Okay, so this will also be 4 centimeter DF. Now, what we know is now this side and this side. So if we know two sides, what we can do is we can use the basic trigonometry to find this angle. And as it is a square and all the sides are symmetrical and equal, so this will also be alpha. Okay, you can find either angle, and then you can say, as we know this is a square, so this theta will be equals to pi by 2 minus 2 alpha. Pi by 2, this whole angle, minus this alpha and this alpha. So it will become 2 alpha. So let's work on this. So we have, let's take the, okay, which two sides do we have in this triangle ABE? In triangle ABE, we have opposite and adjacent. So we can use tan theta, or sorry, tan alpha, because we took alpha to be the angle. So tan alpha will be equals to opposite over adjacent, that is 4 over 12. That gives you 1 over 3. So alpha turns out to be tan inverse of 1 over 3. That gives you 0.3217 radians. Now we made the expression, or we made the generalization that what will give you theta. So now angle theta is equals to pi by 2 minus 2 alpha. So let's solve it directly with the calculator. So, okay, there are two ways to do this. Either you can use this alpha value, but the best way is to use this tan inverse value. That will give you a very accurate result. So I'm going to use this value. So theta is equals to pi over 2 minus 2 times tan inverse of 1 over 3. So when you will solve this directly with the calculator, you will get angle to be 0.9273. Okay, and this is correct up to 4 significant figures. Yeah, we proved this. Okay, now we have to find now let's do part B. Part B says find the perimeter of the shaded region. What will be the perimeter? Perimeter would be EC length, FC, and EF arc length. Okay, so first I will write how will you get the perimeter. Perimeter will be equals to EC length plus FC length plus arc length EF. So we will get okay, what will be EC? If this is 4 centimeter and this hole is 12, so EC would be 8 centimeter. So 8 centimeter plus FC will also be 8 centimeter. Likewise, this length will be okay plus 8 centimeter, and arc length. We know the formula for arc length, r theta. Okay, we don't know r yet. So we only know the theta. So for r, what you can do, this r is also hypotenuse of your two triangles. You can take any of the triangles out of these two. So hypotenuse, and we can again use the basic trigonometry. So I'm using sine of alpha will be opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is 4 and hypotenuse is r. So r will be equals to 4 over sine alpha, and in place of alpha I won't be using this value, rather I'm using tan inverse of 1 over 3. If with proper brackets you know how to use the calculator, that will give you always very accurate results. Okay, so r comes out to be 12.6491. Now we can substitute r and theta in the above expression, okay, which you can copy again. So we will be getting r and theta. So plus r is 12.6491 and theta. Now I am taking the value of theta because just we have to use the lengths. Okay, because we just have to find the length. So 0.9273 plus 8 plus 8. And when you add this all up, you will get perimeter to be 27.7295. Okay, we are done with part B as well. Now let's do part C, and part C says now find the area of the shaded region. How can we find the area of the shaded region? Area of the shaded region would be, you can find it in a way. You can see this is your whole square. if you subtract this sector out of the square and these two triangles, you will be left with just this shaded part. So this is how you can find it. So first let me write it in the form of an expression. So part C says to find area. So area of shaded region would be area of square minus area of sector. Okay, let me write it separately. Minus area of sector minus area of 2 times area of triangle, because we have two triangles here. So we know area of square would be simply length times breadth, or L square because it's a square, minus area of sector. What is the formula for area of sector? Half r square theta, and 2 times area of triangle. So 2 times area of triangle is half base times height. So let's take this and substitute the values. I'm taking this expression on the next page. So we have length and breadth for the square is 12. So 12 times 12 minus half r square theta. R is this 12.6491. Square, and theta is 0.9273 minus 2 times half base times height, and base is 12 and height is 4, so 12 times 4. Okay, so now just solve it directly with the calculator and you will get your final answer to be 21.8161. So yeah, this is all of your working for your question number 8. I can quickly recap this. First of all, they told you that this much length is 1/3 of this whole, and this whole is 12. So 1/3 of this length comes out to be 4 centimeter. Same goes for this side. Now they asked us to find the angle, this angle, middle angle, theta. So we named it theta, and we found it by using the basic trigonometry. This whole is pi by 2, and we found this alpha and subtracted it twice to get the theta. This is how we have done it. And then for the perimeter, these two lengths were 8 because this much was 4. So 12 minus 4 was 8 centimeter. And this arc length. So for arc length, we have the formula r theta. We didn't had r, so we used again the basic trigonometry on this triangle to find the r, that is the hypotenuse of triangle. And just we followed it with the values to get the perimeter. Now part C said area of the shaded region. So for area, we found the area of the whole square and we subtracted two triangles out of it and this sector out of it. So we were left with this part. This is all of your working of your question number 8. I hope you understand this. Thank you.